Today I would like to reflect on some technology that I've used for increasing motivation and achievement. Like you probably already know, I teach general music, so I went off with something I've used in class in fourth grade. At Carnegie Hall has this interactive computer game called Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra, which is based off a piece of music by Benjamin Britten that he wrote to help children understand the different instruments of the orchestra. I've been using this program for the past 2 years, and it is wonderful throughout the entire learning game. The first year I did as a whole group with the smartboard. The second year they made a new feature where I could have each kid have their own login and they could go in and work on their own. They could go home. I could track their progress. It was great. In years prior to this, I just showed the instruments on the smartboard. We listened to each one. We talked about each one, and went on to look at some examples, YouTube, of some people playing them because I can't play all of the instruments, obviously. Motivation. The Young Person's Guide game resulted in greater retention about the instruments through playing. They were enjoying the challenge of reaching the end, and they did not realize they were learning about so many different instruments in a short span of time. Some people got through the game fast, some took a little longer. The motivation to solve the puzzles was what I believed helped them reach our objective. This was not the same when introducing the instruments without the electronic game. They seemed very unmotivated. The attention spans were shorter. Retention was less. How does my learning experience in this track challenge my comfort level with this topic? In the video that we looked at in the overview, Dan Peek's TED Talk, The Puzzles of Motivation, kind of took me out of my comfort zone for just a bit. When he talked about everyone going to work whenever they wanted and meetings were optional and such, my type A personality went, what a mess. My teacher brain said, what about the people that are not self-motivated? How are they going to get anything done? Then when there's no one there to tell them, you need to do this. This is your due date. But as the results, he said the team that came into work and controlled their autonomy, they excelled. Maybe because they were happier, maybe, and they could work when they wanted. You know, I might be happier if I could get up at 11 and start work at 1. This got me thinking about how we learn today. The same old is not working, obviously, in our schools, especially with No Child Left Behind. We need to think about something a new way. And it also got me thinking about what is the future going to look like in these new schools. I know I am definitely more motivated to do something when I have autonomy over what I do. If I'm working towards a mastery, it means getting better at myself, or whatever skill I'm working on, and especially when I'm working towards something that's greater than myself, like a big project or something we're going to share, like in the video that we watched with the kindergartners in it. I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now, but I could see in that video they were so motivated because they were going to be able to share it with the world. When the teacher asked, so how are we going to share it? I mean, they had big ideas. YouTube, let's make our own movie. Maybe we'll print our own books and sell it. So I think that's what got them motivated. And they weren't getting awards like, if you do a good job, you will get this. You'll get an extra recess. They were just motivated to do something great and share it with the world.